It's the 23rd of April, 2015. It's a Thursday, and yesterday and today we reached a very important milestone, and the milestone is construction's now starting on the Precinct. And the first element that's being built is in 47 Jutta Street, which is the IBM Research Lab part of it. And we're expecting this to be done by November, so it's on a very aggressive timeline. We've moved everyone out of here that were working in that building into the Smith Street building. So that's Microsoft and the Global Girls, and they've all moved out, and the building's now empty. And on Monday, we'll start to see demolition. And by November, this will be a fully functional IBM Research Lab. There are 12 research labs that IBM have in the world, and this will be number 13. And what its main attraction is going to be, it will have a lot of very high-powered hardware in it and some very high-powered software. And at the heart of it's going to be what's called Watson. And Watson is a cognitive computing engine, which in sort of layman's terms is applying cutting-edge artificial intelligence and speech synthesis and speech understanding to big data. So where Watson got famous, and it's called Watson because the founder of the company IBM was called Watson. So it's named after the IBM founder. I think it was Thomas Watson, was the founder of IBM. I stand corrected if his first name was Thomas. But Watson founded IBM. And Watson is this cognitive computing engine. And it was put on TV in the US 2 years ago. It played a computer game show, a TV game show called Jeopardy. And the way Jeopardy works, so it's an institution in US TV watching. It works by the quizmaster kind of gives an answer, and the contestant has to give the question. And that's very hard. It's relatively easy for people to do it. It's very, very difficult for computers to do. So this artificially intelligent system can first understand speech and then can synthesize speech. So it appeared on TV as another contestant. There were two humans in Watson, and they were asked questions and they provided answers, and Watson beat the humans. So it was really a turning point in artificial intelligence. It's being put to all sorts of other uses, medical, so it's been given a lot of medical data, and it can now diagnose diseases and causes of disease and things like that. It was also put onto the task of inventing new cooking recipes. So it was given a whole lot of stuff about cooking and what foods go with what food. And it came up with its own recipe book that were then prepared by chefs. There were some stunningly different and new dishes that came out. Apparently there were also some revolting things that came out. But it kind of really tried to understand how food and how recipes work, and it came up with a recipe book. What Watson will be doing here in South Africa is in the financial services. It's already being used by some of the large insurance companies to reason about their big data and risks around insurance. And it will be used with WITS Medical School on a big medical informatics project. So we're very excited. In fact, my half tongue-in-cheek ambition is to get WITS to appoint Watson as the first artificially intelligent professor in the world. So we will have Professor Watson here at WITS as part of our lab, hopefully. and it'll be resident in number 47 Juta, and the infrastructure is being put in place to house him and 20 top-end researchers and a whole lot of equipment.